Hey guys, I'm Bradu. I'm doing something I haven't done in what feels like at least a year, which is to turn the camera on and draw on camera. I don't really have a reason other than my life has been a little weird and I don't have a drawing space. That's what's going on since having a kid. So like nobody else is in the house right now. I can set up in the middle of the living room floor at my little portable drawing table, which is just like a TV tray. I sit on the floor and I clamped my my camera to it and set up. So anyway, so I've been doing this month. I guess I'll start drawing. Let's see how it goes. I've been doing what I call quick sketch card. And I'm doing Star Wars for right now. And every day I do at least one of these, which I really want to be a lot more spontaneous than like my set work, my official sketch cards for tops and stuff like that. So I try to take like no more than, usually I shoot for 5 to 10 minutes, but a couple of them I've done in like pastel or something that just takes a little more. Either I'm not quite as familiar with the material or I end up experimenting a little during the drawing. If this one takes longer than 10 minutes, it's because I'm trying to draw and talk, but we'll see. So the idea is I still treat it kind of the way I do with my set work, but I try and definitely be more spontaneous and just, oh, look at that. My camera's shaking because the cord is laying on my tray. I try not to be too precious, and even still I catch myself sometimes being more precious than I want to be. But the idea is for these to be quick and spontaneous. That's kind of sucks. That's just a tease. And what I'm going to do for this Ewok, which is not Wicket, but it's an Ewok, I don't know his name, Haplu? Lumat? One of those maybe? Is I'm going to do Kuretake brush pen, which I have been enjoying, but I'm still really new and unfamiliar and unskilled with, but they're fun. And definitely they've got like this spontaneous quality to them. Let's get it nice and dark. Again, just kind of going for the important things here. Just get things down. So I got a joke for you guys today. Why couldn't the lifeguard save the hippie? He was too far out, man. I like clean jokes. I saw a funny video posted by Chris Wilson, former UFC fighter, on Father's Day, and it was like dad jokes, and there was a bunch of cheesy jokes, and I jotted some of them down so I don't forget. And then I've been looking up some funny jokes I can tell my nieces or something like that. Okay. See, already it's just tricky to draw and talk. I know that, but I do it anyway. And part of it is I wanted to show, because I've been posting all my quick sketches like this on Instagram, I wanted to show kind of how it goes when I do one. Because people sometimes, I don't know, comment that it's surprising that they come together so quick. And I wanted to show how little goes into, planning it, just sort of go with it. I'm not sure what to do for the fur here. I don't want to go too nuts with the details. Get a little dark shadow there, though. And I always forget to leave a space to sign these. So with these brush pens, like I said, I like it. I really like it, but I like the style and the look. But it's something I'm not used to yet by any stretch. And so I don't really have a technique for it, if that makes sense. I just sort of draw. I like that it makes some real thick marks if you want them. I don't seem to do too well with getting really thin controlled marks. So maybe if I was actually doing a drawing like, you know, a real drawing and not just a quick sketch like this, maybe what I would do is, I don't like that line, is use like a multi-liner with it too. So this is okay, but not nearly as maybe detailed as I want it to be. But I'm only, let's see, 6 minutes in. I probably chatted for 2 minutes. I'm about 5 minutes in. I could work a couple more minutes and still be within my goal of, you know, 5-10 minutes. Ewoks have these cute little noses. Oh yeah, let's get those tooths. And cute little tooths. And the tricky part, I like these toned sketchbooks too that I gotta have a gray and a tan. That's pretty good, I guess, already. But I'm gonna do some highlights here. And I don't have the right answer for highlighting. I usually use this white gel pen. What I noticed is it doesn't go very well with the Kuretake ink because it mixes with the ink at all. It really doesn't look good. I know that I did one Jawa and it was kind of like that. There was just 2 or 3 spots in it that were horrible in my opinion. Again, if I was doing like a real drawing, I would make sure it's a lot more accurate, controlled. I'm just trying to get a few highlights where they need to be. I might even cheat. I've got a pencil too, which I don't know. Everybody seems to use these Prismacolor white. I don't love it. I don't know if I want a different brand for when I'm working on tan and still use a colored pencil or what. But I don't love the way that Prismacolor does. See, right there's a little spot where I was talking about that doesn't work out very well. I need much more white. I might be pretty close to being done already. So there you have it. I've been trying to do one of these every day at least. Get that eye a little bit more detailed. And I think we're done. Dang it. See that? I touched the black ink and I couldn't get that. Couldn't get that in there. I'll put a highlight here too. It doesn't exist. Oh, it doesn't work at all. Wow. Okay, I'll figure out another way. So there you have it. 5 to 10 minute quick sketch. Star Wars. I've been doing it every day. I think it's a great thing to do every single day. I've heard time and time. Here's a couple earlier ones I did this month. Heard time and time again from artists that one of the keys to being a successful artist is draw every day. And I always thought that just seems so overwhelming, right? Can't even sign my name with these brush pens. But that seems overwhelming to even do a half hour of drawing every single day. Like some days you need a day off. But I was rethinking that recently with this whole idea. I can look at my camera and see what I'm doing. That's satisfactory. It works. And I was rethinking it because with just a quick sketch like this, it's doable. Every single day I could at least do a 5-minute quick sketch. Let's see one thing I'm going to do. Let's get a little, rather than have lines for that, let's just get a little more background for, make it seem a little foresty, but use the advantages of the brush pen. So, oops. Alright. We're done. So I encourage you to try quick sketching. I found that what I usually do is if I sit down to draw, I start with one of these. So next I'm going to draw something else, and I might even start the camera over and do it. Do a whole nother video, which I wouldn't post today because it's a hush-hush thing, so that will have to be later, posted later anyway. But what I found is since I started doing these quick sketches, let's say I'm working on a Star Wars set and I need to do 30 cards or whatever. If I do a quick sketch or two like this first, spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then I go in to start on my blank cards. I pull in a blank card and start drawing. I'm a little better and more accurate right off the bat with my pencil sketch, just getting the layout in, because it's like I've just practiced for 5 minutes even at being more spontaneous and quick. Because if I don't do that warm-up, and in fact, let's say I haven't drawn for a few days, and I go and sit down and I start drawing on a blank card and I go in with that pencil sketch, I tend to be very slow and meticulous and particular about getting each mark in there. And I don't want that. I want to be accurate, but I don't want to spend 20 minutes on the pencil sketch just getting things in the right spot. Having said that, getting things in the right spot is super important. So it just helps with being spontaneous and still accurate, even if I'm spontaneous. So anyway, that's how my quick sketch process goes, and I try and mix it up. I've been doing some with this brush pen, which are really hit and miss. A couple of them have been like, whoa, that looks really cool, and a couple of them have been like, wow, I felt pretty good about that last one, and here this one totally stinks up the butt. But sometimes I just grab a pencil, sometimes I don't do it on toned paper. I've been mixing it up a lot. I've been having a lot of fun with pastel, but my pastel quick sketches ended up going more like a half hour, so I can't quite call them quick sketches, but maybe I will as I get a little bit more comfortable with pastel. So anyway, catch you guys next time. Thanks for checking in. If I can stop the video. Yep, there's my quick sketch Ewok for today. Bye.